Everybody, it's Sean Dwyer, pastry chef at the Hamilton Harbor Yacht Club here in beautiful Naples, Florida. Today we're going to do the key lime pie. That's one of our staples here in Florida and at the club. So first of all, I've got graham cracker and sugar mixed. I don't weigh it, I just add it in here. It's just mixed. If I was to guess, it's probably 2/3 graham cracker, 1/3 sugar. Then I add my butter right in. The butter is just to make it a little bit more, it clings together easier. So it's easier to press it down and to have a flat surface. So you just use a spatula like I'm doing here. Move it around. Now this isn't weighed either. I'll show you what you're looking for, and then you can go, oh, okay. You want this to be able, you see how it comes together? That's what you want. Once that happens, you're good to go. Then next, we're going to put it in the shell. This is a 10-inch ring. I use a 10-inch, but you can use whatever ring you want, depending on how many people you're serving. So that goes in here, and then we'll bake it. Okay, now we're ready to fill our ring. I'm going to show you how to do that here. We like to have a thick crust here at the club, so we put a pretty good amount in there. Now this you could do at the house. You could do thicker or thinner, depending on what your preferences are. We like to have kind of a really big, tall, like traditional key lime pie that people get a real wow out of when they see it. So what I'm doing now is I've got the lid. This is the lid of the pan spray bottle. I just wash the lid, and then this helps me press it down. It's kind of a little trick. Now I'm putting about that much, maybe a ½ inch. Now this is what you're looking for, nice and smooth on the top. Like I said, you've got about in between 1/4 and ½ inch thick. That's what we do. I bake it at 350 degrees for 5 minutes on medium fan. If you don't have a convection oven, you probably would like to do 7 to 8 minutes at 350 probably, but just check it to make sure it's golden brown. Now we're going to make the filling for the key lime pie. We've got 4½ cups of sweet condensed milk, 1½ cups of key lime juice, and then we've got 15 egg yolks separated into the bowl. First, you want to make sure that you whisk these very well to kind of break them up, because sometimes they can hold their shape and leave little pieces of it inside of the key lime mix. We got condensed milk, and then we're going to mix this together. This is the condensed milk and the yolks. Make sure that it's nice and combined. You don't want to have any little pieces of egg that aren't mixed together at this point. You see it? Then we add in our lime juice straight away. Okay. Don't worry, it's a little liquidy. If it's a little liquidy at first, it's going to come together. Just keep whipping it. Goes. They come together. No more liquid on the top. That's good. That's what you want. Okay. All right, we've got our shell here. It's been baked. You can see it's a nice golden brown. Okay. So we're about ready to bake the filling inside of the shell here in the ring. So first, you want to make sure that this is cool to the touch. It's not hot, because that's going to really burn the outside of the filling, and then the inside will still be kind of raw, which is not good. So to make sure that it doesn't stick, you want to make sure you spray the outside, just like that. Nice coating of the pan spray. Got my filling here. I'm going to pour it into my ring. I'm looking to keep a little bit of space, probably 3/4 of an inch from the top, because that's going to be the whipped cream that we put on the top to finish. So just pour it right in there. Go, just like that.
Somebody's got it cooking.
Oh yeah, there's Royce. superstar, chef extraordinaire, living life in the COVID era. Got our mask on. All right, so I left a little space. I have a little bit of mix left over. That's fine. I'll save it. I can put it in the next pie if I want to, or do little tarts or whatever I want. But you want to make sure that you have that space. That's really important because when you put the whipped cream on, if you don't have enough space, it's not going to be enough. You want to have a nice layer of cream, a nice thick layer of the key lime filling, and then a graham cracker at the bottom. Now I'm going to put this in the oven, 300 degrees, low fan. I'll just let this cook until it's about 165 in the center. Anywhere around there is really good setting point for this. You can also, I've heard of people, they bake it at like 200 and then they take this custard, the key lime filling mix, and they'll leave it in the cooler to let all the bubbles come out of it. You can do that, but I really don't notice the difference, to be honest with you. So this going in, this big one will probably take 45 minutes to an hour, 300 on low fan. Of course, adjust the time based on how big you're going to make it. This is a 10-inch ring, 3 inches tall, so very, very big for a key lime pie. Sometimes if you do a 4-inch or like a 6-inch, you have to bake a much less time. We're going to top our key lime pie now with our whipped cream. This is going to be 1 quart of cream, a third of a cup of granulated sugar. It's going to have vanilla bean, lemon zest, and orange zest in here. And I use a little bit of whipped cream stabilizer as well. It just seems to help it like hold a little longer. The other thing I do with this is I take a knife and I cut around it. I just make sure that I just go around it like this just to make sure that it is completely released from the ring. Just like that. That's going to help more when you take it out and take the ring off. But you don't have to do that, just can stick a little bit sometimes. So with this, you always want to start around the sides with the spatula. This way that you'll have a nice clean edge when you go to cut it. It won't have any holes or gaps there. It just doesn't look as nice, you know what I mean? So we got this here. And you go all the way around. Just press it right against the side, just like that. On the sides. Okay. And you take the rest of it and just plop it right in the center. Just like this. Now you just spread it. You want to spread it right to the edge. Nice smooth surface, clean edge. All right. Go, nice and smooth. Clean the edge. So I'll let this sit in the fridge for about 15-20 minutes just to make sure that everything is set, and then we're going to remove the ring and I'll show you how to cut it. Alright, so now we're going to take the ring off of our key lime pie and go ahead and cut it. So I take my torch, just heat it all the way around. Just like this. Oh yeah. This is fun. Alrighty. Alright, you just want to warm it up a little bit so it slides off. Just like this. Right out. Voila. So you can see you've got the 3 layers. You've got the graham cracker, you've got the key lime, and then you've got the cream. Alright, so we just cut this one here. see how nice those cuts are. Oh, a little damage there, but that's not too bad. All right, so you can see how nice all the cuts are. This I usually serve with fresh berries. I do a raspberry sauce with it as well. It's great with, gosh, a lot of things. Pineapple's good, mangoes, tropical fruits. It's very, coconut is good too with it. I mean, it really goes well with a lot of things. So I use raspberry, but you could use a lot of different things, a lot of choices on this.